There is just one game left of 2023, and already the club have made preparations for the new year in signing Cody Gakpo. The Reds are expected to have a busy transfer window as we go into the new year. In today's video, we discuss some massive Liverpool news ahead of 2023, and we take a look at the reports in Ecuador claiming the club is set to sign Moises Caicedo next, and also go over the talking points from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into today's video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Jurgen Klopp spoke to the media ahead of Liverpool's game against Leicester, but much of the focus was understandably on new signing Cody Gakpo. Firstly, Klopp explained that it was unlikely that the new number 18 would feature versus Brentford on January 2nd, with the FA Cup tie versus Wolverhampton Wanderers on January 7th, the planned time for the first involvement. One thing Klopp did highlight was Gakpo's versatility in attack. He said, he can play all four positions up front. The positions he played most often, obviously the left wing, that is clear, but he can play in different positions. He played for Holland and PSV in different positions, it's all fine. He can play in all positions up front, whatever you play. If you play a 4-2-3-1, he can play all four positions. If you play a 4-3-3, he can play on the wing, and a 4-4-2, he can play on the wing and in the striker position. The position he'd probably say himself he prefers to play is the left wing in a 4-3-3, but for us it's clear that he can play in other positions. We know that, and that's what made him so interesting for us. Jurgen Klopp also spoke of Roberto Firmino and claimed that the arrival of Gakpo doesn't hint at an exit for the Brazilian. Firmino's contract is up in the summer and his future isn't yet clear. However, Jurgen Klopp has claimed that he wants Firmino to stay beyond the expiry of his contract on the summer. He said, No, not for me, absolutely not. We have talks with Bobby and I can say from my point of view, I want him definitely to stay. Jurgen Klopp also provided some good news with regards to injuries and claimed there are no new injuries since the win over Aston Villa. The German also claimed Konate is back in training and therefore available to play against Leicester. The deal with Gakpo went under the radar, being announced by the selling club less than an hour after the first report of talks went underway. Klopp said that this was a really good sign and praised sporting director Julian Ward. On the potential for more arrivals this month, Klopp said, "We know what we want to do and we'll see if we can do it. It's about the money, but it's more about the right players." Many Liverpool supporters were equally delighted and surprised when the news came that we were signing Cody Gakpo. Although there is no doubting the quality of the player, there was an expectation that a midfielder would be prioritised this winter. Reports in Ecuador over the last 24 hours have claimed that the club are interested in Moises Caicedo, with the outlet even claiming that the club have made an official offer. They said yesterday Liverpool ratified its intention to buy the Ecuadorian for less than €70 million requested by Brighton and resent the offer. The Reds are the most interested and it's like the most formal offer. Brighton likes it, but they want more money and less add-ons. I would take this report with a pinch of salt, however I do believe there is interest in the player as reported by Sky Sports around a week ago. It will be interesting to see how this one unfolds this winter, but Liverpool will certainly be buying a midfielder this January. It may be a hard one to believe, but there was a stage when Robert Lewandowski struggled so much to score that Jurgen Klopp made bets on his finishing. This story came after one journalist compared Klopp's defence of Darwin Nunez, who missed a raft of clear-cut chances against both Manchester City and Aston Villa in the past week, with the plight of a young Lewandowski. Before the poll hit world-beating form for Dortmund and Bayern Munich, he was second fiddle to Lucas Barrios, who averaged just over a goal every 4 games across a career in South America, Mexico, Germany, China, Russia and France. He said, "If we could now just rewind going back to that time, I was sitting in press conferences and journalists, really when I started playing Lewandowski, they asked me, why isn't Barrios playing? It was a constant conversation. Lucas Barrios has scored 16 goals that season and was a number 9 in our team, so Lowy started playing a bit different in different positions to adapt to different things. He didn't like it too much. Polish journalists were not too friendly with me because he didn't play a number 9, he played in a 4-2-3-1 as a number 10. I thought at the time it made absolute sense to develop his game, so there are a lot of similarities to be honest. It is far from a crisis for Nunez, but Klopp accepts that there are aspects of his game that he can fine-tune. That includes, as with the case with Lewandowski just over a decade ago, finding the back of the net. He said, "I think Lewy would tell the same story. We had shooting sessions where we didn't finish off one. We had bets all the time for €10. If you score more than 10 times, I pay you €10. If you don't, then you pay me. My pocket was full of money." It's all about staying calm when you see potential, stay calm. It's difficult, the world we are living in. I don't want to get personal now, but because of you in the media asking, making a big fuss of everything, then of course the supporters, social media, all kind of things, you more can just shut that off. That is better. I just wanted to share this story with you guys, as Darwin does get a lot of stick for his missed chances, and under Jurgen Klopp I do think he will improve his finishing as time goes on, and I thought the comparison to Lewandowski's earlier years would bring a smile to all your faces. Liverpool are expected to wear a throwback as their home kit for 2023-2024, with a new leak showing more detail of a design brought out in the 1960s. It's no surprise, of course, that Jurgen Klopp's side will wear red at Anfield next season. That will always be the case, and ahead of the 23-24 campaign, the reported colourway for Nike's latest home offering is a gym red and white. The design, from footy headlines on Twitter, are to be believed, will be similar to that worn by the club's first FA Cup win in 1965. A simple all-over red pattern is expected to be accented by white detailing for the collar and cuffs, along with the logos including the LFC badge. It is also reminiscent of home shirts worn throughout the 1970s and by Gerard Houllière's Liverpool during both the 1998-99 and the 1990-2000 seasons. The latest leaked photo by @KB2X certainly suggests it will throw back to those campaign over 2 decades ago, with a bold crewneck colour showing through on an up-close image. This follows a previous leak from the same source, which appeared to be an early mock-up, with the update likely to be closer to the finished article. There is a faintly imposed crosshatch design over the entire body of the shirt, with further stitching across the shoulders and under the armpits. Liverpool will typically have finalised designs for next season by this stage, and the home kit should be worn on the final game of the campaign at Anfield. As it stands, that will be against Aston Villa on May 20th. Liverpool fans, what do you make of Roberto Firmino, and would you like to see him stay at the club beyond 2023? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.